everybody, it's ExpressAmber, and today we are going to discuss what the IRP is and deadlines that you need to be aware of. So stay tuned. All right, for the rookies out there, IRP stands for the International Registration Plan. And for those of you who are more seasoned, maybe that was just a little refresher. But that is a very long name for it's the plates on your truck. And so it's your registration. And this is something that obviously you have to have plates before you start running. And it's something that you have to renew on an annual basis. What we're going to talk about today is what goes into getting your IRP and then what you need to keep in order to renew it every year. If you are crossing state lines and your vehicle is over 26,000 pounds or 3 or more axles, you are required to have the international registration plates. Typically, you will register for your plates and your IFTA together. They oftentimes are in the same building or in the offices next to each other, and the requirements are the same. And so if you have IFTA stickers, you also need IRP plates. If you are under that threshold, then most likely you'll get base plates or something like that. But with the IRP plates, again, it's a registration process. You have to go through and fill out an application, and you have to provide proof of residency with 3 or 4 different types of proof of residency and things like that you live in that state that you're applying for your plates with. Once your application is processed and approved, then of course you will get your plates. The plates are good for a year. A lot of states have staggered renewal dates, which means that if you get your plates in August, they expire next August. However, some states do have set expiration date. For example, coming up here at the end of this month, some of the states like Arizona, Illinois, Missouri, Montana, and Utah, the plates are expiring. And so if you live in one of those states, there's a chance that your plates are expiring at the end of this month. Now, when it comes time for renewal, most states will now send an email. It used to literally be a packet like this that they would send you in the mail, and it would have the renewal paperwork inside, and you had to fill it out and send it back in time for them to process the paperwork, which, let's just be real honest, is not a quick process, and then for you to get your stickers back for the new year. Now it comes through email, so be sure that you're checking your email. If you live in one of these states, or again, if your states have staggered renewals, that it could come 60 to 90 days is typically the time period where you will receive your renewal paperwork. And on the renewal paperwork, that will be your time to include the mileage. And typically at the top of the renewal paperwork, it'll say, we want the mileage from this date to this date, and it will specify on your renewal paperwork. Now, if you're not already using TruckLogix, this is a great program to keep track of your mileage, and at the end of the year, you can literally go run a report and customize the dates that you need that is specified on your renewal paperwork, and you can run a report just for those days to see your total mileage that you ran during that time period. So if you haven't already signed up for TruckLogix, head on over to trucklogix.com and sign up for an account. But back to IRP, you will also need a copy of your stamp Schedule 1. This is your Form 2290. So when you file your 2290, what you get back from the IRS that has that stamp in the middle is called the Schedule 1. And you have to have a current Schedule 1. A lot of times people think that they don't need to file their 2290 until it's the month that their plates are expiring, and that is simply not true. The 2290 has its own guidelines, and so the 2290 is due by August 31st each and every year. It doesn't matter when your plates expire. So if you filed back in July or August of 2021, that is the 2290 that you will use even in March, April, May, June of this year. That 2290 is good through June 30th at midnight. We get a ton of calls starting in May and June every single year that, I went down to my DMV, I tried to renew my IRP, and they said that my 2290 is no longer good. And that's simply not true. The IRP offices, the DMVs, they have to accept your 2290 until midnight of June 30th starting July 1st, now that starts the new tax year. So when you're renewing your IRP, number one, you're going to need your total mileage, and number two, you're going to need a copy of your stamped Schedule 1, your stamped 2290 for the current tax year. And so again, at the top of that renewal paperwork, it's going to say what tax period that they're looking for. Make sure that you also include a copy of that 2290. If you have not filed your 2290, go to expresstrucktax.com and file your 2290. You can go ahead and get a copy of your 2290, and that way you can include it. If you filed with Express Truck Tax and you've misplaced your 2290, you're not sure where it is, you can always log back into your account. There's a green button that says download Schedule 1, and you can re-download it forever. Like, it's there all the time. And so you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I got to keep this in a safe place. Like, yes, please do that. But also, that's one of the benefits of using Express Truck Tax, is that you can download copies infinitely. What was the word? Okay, that's one of the benefits of using Express Truck Tax, is that you can log in and download your stamped Schedule 1 forever. I tried to use a really big word there before and it just didn't work. So yeah, so this is a little bit about IRP, IRP registration, IRP renewals. It's very important. If you let that lapse, you're out of work until you renew your plates. And so if you do have any questions, we are more than happy to help. We are in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and we have a full support team. So if you do have more questions about your IRP renewal or what's going to be required, please give us a call. Our number is 704-234-6005, and we are in the office Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30 Eastern. So thank you so much. I hope that this was helpful. If you have not subscribed to my channel, click the button down below and subscribe so you get notifications of when I'm going live or when I have a new video. And I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, so hop on over there and like me there as well. Share me with your friends. And if you would like for me to discuss something trucking related, comment down below with something that you have questions about, and I will do my best to answer. So thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Bye.